Hi everybody. I'm here with an ex-vegan today. She was very traumatized by the whole experience, so she doesn't want to talk about it much like other ex-vegans because she started as a 12, 13-year-old. How did you get into it at such a young age?
Well, I was introduced to veganism by a close friend of mine, and she explained to me about the tortures of animals, why it's so wrong for the earth, the environment, like typical arguments from a vegan. But I totally bought into it, and she showed me like slaughter videos of cows getting like their throats slit open, hanging upside down, blood spraying like everywhere. So yeah, it was very like it awakened me, I guess.
Hmm.
But uh, it my veganism just sort of lasted and lasted, and like it's like I just got sucked into this like horrible cult, like the way everyone describes this, and their downward spiral into veganism. So it's like towards the end, I was so sick I had to keep going to the hospital. But that was when I was around 26, 26 years old.
It lasted 13 years.
Correct.
Hmm.
So that was just a nightmare. I was the doctors didn't even know like what was wrong with me. They just kind of gave me the idea that maybe I should start eating meat. There was this one nurse that told me that I should start eating meat. Because this is weird. Like, I kept getting swelling throughout my body. And sometimes I notice it still happens. Like, maybe I'm not completely nourished as I think I am. Like,
Hmm.
it's a lot better now that I'm eating meat. I'm improving a lot. Like, I don't get fluids in my legs so much anymore, or inflammation. I used to get like redness, itchiness, in my face, little bumps in my face. And as I was saying earlier, like graying hair at 18 years old, like right here in the back, just like
Hmm.
I had back then it was like about one, three, four hairs. Now it's like a big chunk. When I look in the mirror, it's like a lot of it. And so just started going more and more gray. And so there's like all these weird symptoms of this, and like I just noticed a lot of vegans have the same problem. I think the diet is really dangerous for society. It's like it's getting bigger and bigger. Everyone's joining in. It's just horrible. Like
What about the mental issues that you experienced?
the mental issues were horrible. Like throughout my whole teenage life, I was so depressed. Like depressed, angry. I had a lot of issues. I was failing school because I was just so crazy. Like, and you know, it's just I don't. It was like I don't even know why I was super depressed like that until I started eating normally again, and I actually felt good. Like it's like an instant change because like I remember how I was at age 20, 26, like my last year of being vegan. That was like I consider that one of my worst periods of my life, just because I was in the hospital all the time with fevers, high inflammation, horrible pain, my legs. I it's like my leg would be swollen out to here, and it would just be I was in so much pain. They didn't know what was wrong.
Hmm.
Just that one nurse saved my life. I don't know who she is, but I want to thank her for that because really, I think I could have gotten even more sick and maybe, died eventually. Just because nobody would, like, I think it's so weird that doctors don't tell you, maybe you should eat meat. Like, why don't they tell you that? Only one nurse, not a doctor, told me to do that. Like, obviously I was malnourished, obviously, and nobody was saying anything to me.
What about the friend that got you into veganism?
She's still vegan to this day. She has, I can't remember like how many kids she has, but she has like a lot of kids, and they're all being raised vegan. And honestly, she doesn't look so good. She looks very thin. Like, she looks way older than her age. Like, honestly, I don't want to be mean, but like, really, she has the gray hair, and she's only like, what, 32 maybe, I think, like 32 years old. It's like crazy. Like, it's got wrinkles, like here, like deep set ones that old women have. Like, no volume in the face at all.
At what age did she get the children?
Maybe birth. Like, maybe she breastfed, and I think like she actually raised them all the way throughout childhood as a vegan.
Right, but how old was she when she got the children? Do you know any of that?
How old she was?
Yeah.
Well, her first kid, I think she was something like 24, something like that. And now she has like a lot more kids. So.
It's surprising that she did get pregnant, actually.
Yeah, like a lot of vegans have that fertility issue. That's another thing I'd talk about, but I don't want to like do too TMI. But like, it's just like I had hormonal problems too, just like a lot of like where you lose your period. You lose your period, you don't have any sort of hormonal balance left in your body.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why. It's like, if this diet's so healthy and supports hormones, or there's so many lies. It's just like, but yeah, the doctors were shocked when I told them, like I didn't have a period for over 3 years. When I was going through all that stuff, and they were asking me all the, typical questions they ask women. When was your last period? Oh, like 3 years ago? Like, how is that normal at all? Like, that's what I want to ask vegans.
Anything else special you would like to say to vegans?
Your diet isn't healthy. I think it's destroying the world. It's making it too artificial and nothing natural, and I don't know why you would want it to be something that way. Like, I think your agenda is horrible and not sustainable at all, and I hope that it ends.
Okay, thank you.